My answer would be all I can get. In the battle for freedom and the lives of your loved ones, food is your only ammunition. How much do you want? When do you want it? Now or after the battle starts? When will you need it? Can you buy it without proper identification? Will there be any food? Will it make your children sick? If there's a quarantine and you can't feed yourself, will you go to the gathering center and be immunized? You wipe out all these problems if you have a good food supply. Food is your ammunition to fight for your freedom and your life. How much will you need? We don't know. How much do you want? All you can get. I'm Alex Jones. I want all of you good guys to live to fight another day. Call 1-800-409-5633 or check it out on the web at efoodsdirect.com. Again, that number, 1-800-409-5633. Diamond Gusset is proud to announce the anthem of the Patriot Movement. They're offering a free CD, T-shirt, and bumper sticker with a qualifying purchase. Diamond Gusset offers great products at great prices while keeping Americans working.
I'm looking for a factory where a man can feed his family. Not worried about them moving it south, closing the doors and shutting her down tomorrow. I'm looking for America.
We're American and be proud. Go to gusset.com/America.
The land of the free and the home of the brave. Seems like I just woke up one day and it was gone, long gone. But I know in my heart it's still
Again, go to gusset.com/America today. This is Alex Jones with 5 good reasons you should consider buying a solar power generator. Number 1, new climate legislation could easily double or triple your electric bill. Number 2, our new energy czar wants to control how much power your electric company allows you to have. It's true. Total government control of electricity in the name of smart grid technology is coming. Number 3, in some areas of the country, the power grid is dangerously overloaded. And now new socialist legislation is only compounding the problem. Number 4, dangerous weather is always a threat to local grids. Every year, thousands of families lose their power from weather-related outages. Number 5, a solar power generator provides powerful backup insurance and peace of mind. Folks, I really believe in the solar power generators offered by Solutions from Science, one of my oldest sponsors. You can get more information at www.mysolarbackup.com. That's mysolarbackup.com. Remember, the government doesn't own the sun, so go to mysolarbackup.com or call 1-877-327-0365.
Coast to coast, direct from Austin. You're listening to the Alex Jones Broadcasting Network.
Jared Lee Loughner fits the bill in photographs, looks like a complete psychopath. You watch his videos, into death, into darkness. If you had to look at his type, he's basically like an Eric Harris or a Kleinbold Columbine type who liked communists, who liked Nazis, who was an atheist. He was an atheist. He was into death. He made jokes constantly at college about loving abortion. It's always the same. The guy that shot up the Pentagon was into that. The Harris and Kleinbold were into that. And boy, if you research that, that had weird government fingerprints all over it. 240-something bombs brought into the building. That's CBS News. Half the school empty. Harris and Kleinbold made weird videos about attacking the school. Nothing was done. They had death education at the school. They were on Prozac-type drugs. It was confirmed in the Rocky Mountain newspaper that the SWAT team had at least shot some of the kids. Other witnesses said there were other shooters inside. That was said with this event. I mean, when you really study this stuff, it gets super creepy. And is this a mind control program, some type of mind control overlay, that they're always into black trench coats and things, and he's dressing up like the Grim Reaper, burning American flags, and he loves the Communist Manifesto? And then CNN, MSNBC. Here's Politico right here. I'll show folks watching on PrisonPlanet.tv a document cam shot. It says Loughner's ties to conspiracy theory. And it's just bizarre to see that. Then he also claims he was part of a secret government operation in Afghanistan. You see that with McVeigh, and then in court documents it turned out he was involved in secret Army operations after he got out. You see that with these other shooters. But it mirrors normal schizophrenia, normal paranoid, delusional schizophrenics. Because when the government gets you for an MK-Ultra type mind control operation, on record, this came out in the congressional hearings, we're going to cover it with an expert coming up in the next segment, they break your mind into compartments. And then you have a compulsion. If you want to see an accurate representation of it, see the movie The Manchurian Candidate, the new version with Denzel Washington. Minus the microchips. They do admittedly have chips that can control the brain. I saw studies over 30 years ago in the 70s, done in the 70s, where they had remote control cockroaches, rats, monkeys, and now humans. Humans who are paralyzed have volunteered and had chips put in their brains and been able to get motor control. But it's just a very, very bizarre what's going on. But to see the media go into absolute overdrive with this and really call for restricting free speech, it is extremely creepy. Speaking of conspiracy theory, before I go further, in 2000, in 2005, over 90% of the scientists from 2 different federal agencies, the Food and Drug Administration, but also the Environmental Protection Agency, got together, and the heads of their unions sent giant signed letters, signed by thousands, to Congress and others saying sodium fluoride is causing brain damage, at least doubling cancer. Here's the mainline studies. It's causing dental fluorosis. Please take it out of the water. We get called kooks for that. Well, here is MSNBC and Associated Press. Too much fluoride in water, government says. High levels cause spots on teeth. Recommended limit to be lowered. See, they know you're waking up and filtering it, so they're going, okay, we'll lower it. But it's being added to food now. It's being added to it's in the toothpaste, folks, and causing your teeth to fracture and causing dental fluorosis is only the tip of the iceberg. But again, we were kooks to talk about that for decades. Now it's admitted, and more is coming out. We were kooks to tell you that the regular flu shot, again, more than doubles your chances of getting next season's flu. That's mainline, hundreds of studies going back decades. Now that's admitted. British Medical Journal. 10-fold increase in seizures in children that take flu shots regularly. Now they're calling for it not to be given to people under 6. More and more of what we cover here. Just go back 5 years ago, you'd be a kook if you talked about the Federal Reserve. It was a buzzword. Now, 80+% want it audited or abolished in Gallup polls, and we're very close to auditing it, and people know it's what really runs the country. So just like people didn't know about the Federal Reserve being private 5 years ago or fluoride being deadly 5 years ago, most people don't know mind control is certified, admitted, tens of billions have been spent on it. It's real, folks. It's not just in Hollywood movies. We're going to be covering that. But first, I want to play this sickening clip where they say Ayn Rand is bad. I mean, a best-selling author, dead for decades, a feminist, not liberal, not conservative. Now it's her fault. And then David Icke, former head of the Green Party in England, if you had to give him a mainstream label, a liberal New Ager, calls for total Zen Buddhist, nonviolence. And that's who the Southern Poverty Law Center blames for this. It is outrageous, outrageous. It's a 7-minute clip. It's up on Infowars.com. You can watch the whole thing. And they also claim if you're into precious metals, you're somehow a terrorist. Because the guy mumbled about currencies, which he wasn't even talking about silver and gold. I mean, this guy is crazy. Any way you slice it, whether it's happened naturally or it's artificial. And, I mean, do we blame every liberal out there because the guy liked the Communist Manifesto? I mean, this is, since when in America do these people want to silence political debate? They want to demonize anybody having free speech to shut it down. Here's the clip.
We are admittedly in somewhat speculative territory still here, as it clarifies. However, this is one of the rare cases where a political assassin, if Loeffner is indeed guilty, has been caught alive. And whatever questions we have tonight, the gunman himself, in theory, can someday answer, although the sheriff says he has invoked his right to remain silent. Until then, let's draw on the expertise of the Southern Poverty Law Center, which tracks political militancy in this country. And Mark Potok is the director of the center's intelligence project. Thanks for your time tonight, sir.
Thank you for having me, Keith.
Loeffner's internet trail, does it tell us anything about his politics? Does that specific reference to the 8th District, the Congresswoman's district, does that step out of the incoherence, or is it just part of the incoherence?
Well, you're right that reading through all of his materials, or the materials that are purported to be his, he sounds quite mad, out of his mind. But there is a thread through the material that really seems pretty clear, and that thread has to do with seeing the government as an enemy. The books you mentioned, there's a theme that runs through all of them, in particular the Ayn Rand book, the idea of the individual against the state. But there are ideas like the idea of the only legitimate currency being backed by gold and silver. You know, that's a core idea of the radical right in this country. The idea, weirdly enough, of controlling grammar, of somehow the government using grammar to control the people, is an idea that exists on the radical right. There's a particular person, a man named David Wynn Miller, who has plugged this idea over the years. This man also talked quite a lot in these strange videos of his about what he called conscience streaming, but I think is almost certainly meant to be conscious streaming, which is an idea that also has been kind of tossed around on the radical right, in particular by a kind of British conspiracy theorist by the name of David Icke. So a lot of these ideas, his burning of the flag, his talking about the government as treasonous, and using mind control to control the rest of us and so on, these are all ideas, or kind of shards of ideas that exist.
And then I've got a whole stack of mainstream news calling for restricting freedom on the web, people getting in trouble if they talk bad about the government. Potok of the Southern Slimy Center is there trying to demonize the libertarian conservative movement in this country. This country was founded on small government, founded on not trusting it. Look at the trouble we've gotten in because of big government. George Washington, Thomas Jefferson. He then goes on to say the radical right is into silver and gold. That's in the Constitution, that's our money. But now Congress isn't even controlling our currency. That's controlled by the private Federal Reserve in violation of the Constitution. So just incredible. And as things get worse and worse, as Gerald Celente says, when people lose everything, they lose it. When things get crazy, people get crazy. And as they're going to try to use this to bring even more tyranny. We're going to look at the mind control angle straight ahead.
You've heard Alex explain how the Silver Lungs generator infuses the respiratory system with your self-produced colloidal silver solutions, yet many are unaware of the entire function of the Silver Lungs system and how it has been designed to deliver your silver solutions anywhere in or on the body. My name is Mario Cifaldi, and I'm the developer of the Silver Lungs generator. Not only does the Silver Lungs system produce endless colloidal and ionic silver solutions, it also comes equipped with the proper applicators and devices needed to deliver your silver solutions directly to key target areas. This includes the eyes, ears, nose, lungs, topically to the skin, and orally for the digestive system. Be sure to watch our new 7-minute video tour of the Silver Lungs system at www.silverlungs.com to learn more about how the Silver Lungs system works. As well, we are always ready to answer any questions you may have. That's www.silverlungs.com.
Hi, folks. This is Alex Jones asking you for a minute of your time to tell you about soap. Not detergents, but good old-fashioned pure soap made by the Cal Ben Soap Company, a family-owned and operated American company. My family, staff, friends, and radio listeners are constantly telling me how much they love these products for bath, hair, laundry, and dishes. There is nothing like these factory-direct, big money-saving, triple-concentrated soaps anywhere. Get a free detailed catalog by calling 800-340-7091 or see them online at 5starsoap.com or Infowars.com. Let's talk to the owner of 5 Star Soap, Marty Schachter, and see what he has to say.
As founder and owner for over 63 years, people keep asking me, how's business? I'm happy to say our business is going down the drain. Call us at 1-800-340-7091. Visit our website, 5starsoap.com, for buying our 1 to 2 month soap sampler. Thank you.
A very wealthy U.S. citizen is predicting that in 2011, we will witness the most important day in America in more than 50 years.